Today, the Tundra gets some new Fender flares. What is up, everyone? I hope you guys are all staying healthy and safe. Now, we recently released a video on the Yoder Garage channel comparing all different kinds of Fender flares for the 22 Toyota Tundra. That was a couple of weeks ago, and I actually decided that I do want to run some Fender flares on this rig, after doing that video. So what I've decided to go with is we are going to be running these Fender style Fender flares from Rough Country on the Tundra. Now, these guys do give about an additional 2 inches of tire clearance, which will be really nice, as these tires and wheels do actually poke out about 2 to 2.5 inches. So especially good if you are not running the OEM, like mud guards or mud flaps, so just to kind of protect the side of the trucks. For the installation on these, I'm going to give myself about an hour. Already did the install once, so I know this is going to be extremely quick. Honestly, the hardest part with the install, or the most time consuming, is going to be putting the rivets into the actual flares and throwing the weather stripping on. Anyway, if you guys do want to see that comparison video, I'll link to it somewhere down below so you guys can see that on the Yoder Garage channel. Without talking too much, let's go ahead and get into the install of these guys, and then we'll take the truck out and get you guys some after shots, but you guys probably already saw that with the intro. Anyway, let's get into it. Now we're ready to slap the flares on to the OEM ones. Now, one nice thing is that we do not have to pull the OEM ones, we just have to pull off a few bolts, which we're going to reuse. First thing to pull off is a little bolt right here, or screw at the bottom of the bumper here. It's not even the flare, it's just on the bumper. So we're going to pull that guy out first. And then also our top bolt right here. Okay, I already took this guy off, but we're also going to remove the top bolt right here on the back side of the front flare. Also, if you are running the OEM mudguards, you'll have to pull those off, as they will get in the way. Okay, up next I'm going to prep the Fender flares. We need to add these little rivets, or just like these little rib nuts, to the flares. So we're going to do our little rib nut, little washer, slide it through, and this little nut on the back. Tighten it down. There we go. So go through, we're going to do this to all of them. And then after we do this, I'm going to add the weather stripping. Up next, we're going to take the Fender flare and we're going to move it up into place, like so. And we're going to line it up with the bolt holes that we just removed, and we're going to press it up nice and firmly. So now this is where it's going to go. Then you're going to take a marker or a grease pen. You're going to mark the 2 holes inside, or I should say on the bottom of the Fender style Fender flare. There's one right there. Another one here. I'm going to put this guy just down for a second. Up next, we're going to take the clips, and where we mark, this is going to be our clip positions. Keep in mind, the big hole will be on the bottom like this, and the smaller one on the top. So we're going to slide these guys in over where we marked, like that. There we go. Next up, we're ready to install the Fender flare. Slap this guy on. I'm going to start by adding 2 of these bolts for the OEM ones. One right here. You're just going to use your OEM hardware. So OEM hardware here, and the bottom. And then up top, we're going to use the hardware that's provided. And up top, we're going to use these self-tapping screws. Now, this is going to go through your OEM Fender flare, so just keep that in mind. All right, now that we have all the hardware in, this is good to go. Next up, we're going to move to the rear, which is going to be even easier than the front. All right, let's get the rear done. As I mentioned, the rear is even easier than the front. There's no clips to be attached. We're just removing the 4 bolts right here. They're on the inside of the fender flare. And we're just going to reuse those 4 bolts. This guy in place. As I'm putting these guys on, I also want to mention, if you do not have, or if you do have the OEM mud flaps, you are going to pull those off, and essentially at the bottom where the mud flap bolts are, you're going to throw those guys back in. I already pulled mine off a while back, and I actually lost the bottom bolt, so we're just going to run it without having the bottom bolts right here and down here until I should get those bolts back, but we should be good until then. Alright guys, and there we have it. Now for the install, it took me about 45 minutes to install all 4 of these. It made it super simple, considering that I didn't even have to pull out the OEM ones. Huge benefit with that is I don't have to worry about losing them in my garage, so that's awesome. One thing to keep in mind that these guys are available also in a color matched option with most color options. I decided to go with the flat black. I feel like it matches the truck. One thing that I didn't think about before installing these is that with these guys being on the truck, when you're driving in the rear view mirrors, the truck looks pretty tough. It looks a little bit wider, a little bit tougher, so that's awesome. Again, this will give me 2 inches of additional clearance for the wheels and tires, so if you do live in a state where you might get harped on for having some wider wheels and tires on your rigs without having mud flaps, it's a great solution for you. Let me know what you guys think about the build so far. Let me know what you think about the install. Again, we're going to start releasing more videos on this thing here in the near future. Until next time, I hope you guys have a great day, and we'll see you.